What's up, dude?
I'm just down here at the beach, man. How about you?
Yeah, I just got done playing a show.
Oh, the one at Red Rocks?
Yeah, dude, it was fucking sick. You don't sound like things are going too hot. What's going on, man?
I don't know, man. Everything's going pretty good, but it's just this new chick.
I thought things were going great with her.
Yeah, things were going pretty good, but it's Palefest, man. She doesn't want to go to Palefest.
Wait, she what?
I know, right? It's Palefest, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Dead fucking serious. Doesn't want to go.
She doesn't want to go to Palefest?
Palefest? Are you serious?
She doesn't want to go.
Jay Weinberg's gonna be there.
Of Slipknot! I know, dude. She doesn't want to fucking go.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
I don't know, dude. Guess who else is gonna be there?
Who?
Sid Wilson of Slipknot! She doesn't want to fucking go, dude.
What a fucking idiot, bitch.
I know, man. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You gotta get out of that shit, man.
I know, I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
Wait. If she's not going, there are tickets still available?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, and today's video will be the long overdue Slipknot mask collection update. Now, I am not good at these update videos at all, which is a big reason that I pushed them off for so long, because I just never really know how I want to do them. But I know that I need to stop procrastinating, so we're just going to wing it today, give it our best, and get it out there for you guys, because I know that you've been waiting for quite a long time. We have had tons of changes in the mask room since the last update video, and more specifically in the Slipknot mask collection, and I'm very excited to show you guys what we have done so far and what we have planned before this year's Palefest. So ready or not, here we go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy my full Slipknot mask collection in today's update video. Let's go. Alright guys, so as we walk ourselves into the mask room, typically the first thing that anybody notices is the giant Slipknot wall right here on the left. And technically, that wall starts over here, which is where we are going to start today's tour. But most people don't see this until they're done taking all of this in, just like your mom. So, we will set you guys up on the tripod. We will start over here. I don't think a whole lot has changed on this little corner since the last update video, but I will fill you guys in on what's changed over here, what you can look forward to over here in the future, and then we will slowly but surely work our way across the Slipknot wall until we eventually make our way to the middle of the room to talk about the newest feature, which is this giant display that we've started building. Okay? Okay. Alright guys, so here we are at the very beginning of my Slipknot collection, and not only at the start of my Slipknot collection, but pretty much the start of the entire collection room, the mask room, if you will. Now obviously, this entire building is dedicated to housing my mask collection. We have a lot of my horror stuff up front, but I call this the mask room because this is the only room in the building that is solely dedicated to masks. That means everything in here, except for the new edition of the Model Railroad, is mask related. The Model Railroad won't be staying. I just wanted to test the track. But yeah, everything in here is mask related, and more specifically, everything in here is music related. So this is all masked and theatrical band stuff, which is pretty cool. It's nice to have a room dedicated solely to that, just like the front of the building will eventually only be dedicated to horror related masks. So yeah, we start off right here to the true left of the door. As soon as you walk in, the flow of things kind of takes you in this direction, especially during Palefest when we let the general public in here. We have everything roped off, and typically what happens is people walk in, they walk directly to the left, they start at the Slipknot stuff, they work their way down to the Buckethead wall, and then they come back up towards the front and they see all of the Gwar sections. So, that is where we are going to start. Now, initially when I set this up, this was just a temporary setup. It still is. I'm really unhappy with this section, but it serves its purpose for right now. When I first got the building, the first things that we put up were these shelves over here on the left, and these were all custom built. We measured all the heights that we wanted. We did everything the way that we wanted it. And obviously, that is not the case with this side. These are glass IKEA shelves. And as nice as they are, they just don't really look super uniform with the rest of the collection because pretty much every other shelf in this building has been custom built and designed by me or a friend. This wall here was essentially just supposed to be a place for me to display a lot of my merch items. It wasn't going to be specifically directed towards masks because yes, I have a lot of masks, but I also have a lot of miscellaneous merchandise. Different CDs, DVDs, VHS, cassette tapes, magazines, apparel, book bags, you name it, I have it. And I needed a place to house all of that, and that is essentially what this was supposed to be. I didn't want to put a lot of focus on masks, but slowly but surely, we eventually outgrew the Slipknot mask wall, and I had to start displaying masks over here with this stuff. So I decided that I would have it be a place for special masks. Now, what I mean by special masks is, as you can see on this main tower here, we've got some vintage West German clowns. These are pretty much a grail for any Slipknot mask collector. These are real mold clowns. These are made and manufactured by the same exact company way back in the 70s that made Clown's mask that he used for MFKR and Self-Titled. That theme continues. We've got a real Grammy clown here. We've got a real .5 clown, real ghost glows. The list goes on and on. I've got some special Joey Jordison masks right here. This was an actual backup mask used by Joey around Ozfest 01. And then this was the first mask that he signed since he left the band. And this was just real special because not only is it a gift, but Joey still signed with the #1. Obviously, Joey was a massive, massive part of my life while he was on Earth, but now that he is gone from this Earth, it's even more special, so rest in peace, Joey. But yeah, I just wanted a place to display a lot of my official merchandise. It eventually got overrun by masks, so I tried to at least keep the display with the masks somewhat special and related to the real deal merchandise thing that I was going with by having special masks over here. So that is what this section is. Eventually, I would like to rebuild and just do some custom shelving units on this side as well. I'll probably stick to the theme of having my merchandise over here, although we are obviously outgrowing that as well, so I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future. But this will be this way at least until after PaleFest this year, and then we can start on winter projects, and maybe that will be on the list. But that brings us to the main wall. The wall. So let me reposition the camera, and we will talk a little bit about that as well. Alright guys, so here it is. The wall. The Slipknot wall. The main Slipknot mask display here at the House of Masks. And yes, this is absolutely the main attraction. This is what people flock to as soon as they walk in. This is what everybody remembers and takes pictures of and absolutely loves. The Slipknot mask wall. And I'm sorry, but no matter how hard I try to frame this and get everything in the shot, it's just not going to happen. It's too big, it's too long, it won't fit. That's what she said. But this'll do for right now, and honestly, there's not a whole lot of changes since the last update, and there's good reason for that. I know that since this is the main piece here at the House of Masks, that you would expect for there to be a bunch of news to go over with it, but that's really not how it works, because once things enter these shelves, they don't change too much, and these shelves have been full for a long time, essentially since we put them up. Typically, when a new shelf goes up, it gets pretty full, and then that's that. We just have to build around it and keep going elsewhere, and that's exactly what has happened with this collection in general. But don't fret, because we do have some new additions to talk about, and we definitely have some future additions to talk about, because we do plan on expanding this, of course. So I'm going to switch you guys back to the POV style. We will talk about the new additions, and then we will talk about the future additions. I'm really excited for those, so let's point them out. Alright guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't remember the last time that we did a full Slipknot mask collection update, so if I'm about to go over something that I've already covered in a video, then I do apologize, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and honestly, it'll only take a minute of your time. The first thing that I want to talk about is this amazing Corey Taylor Hard Rock Hotel replica display. The stand itself was given to me at PaleFest last year by Joshua Everett, who was using it at his PaleFest booth to display some masks. At the end of the weekend, he was like, dude, do you want this? Because I'd love to see it in here. And I was like, hell yeah. So we used it for the Sid Wilson stage-used visor for quite a long time. That was displayed down there in that corner, but my buddy Jaden hit me up and was like, dude, let me make you a Hard Rock Ghost Glow replica, and I was all about it. Jaden does absolutely fantastic Ghost Glow replicas. I don't know anybody that has studied and done as much research on the Ghost Glow as Jaden. So if you guys would like to hit him up, he is the Mask Playground over on Instagram. He also runs the House of Masks history page. So the combination effort of these two has created an awesome, one-of-a-kind display for me here at the House of Masks, and I couldn't be happier with that. Definitely an addition that I wanted to point out because I know for sure that we haven't shown those together in a Slipknot mask update video, and honestly, I don't know if we've done one since last year's Pale Fest, so I wanted to go over that, and now we can talk about the massive, massive wall. Alright guys, from right to left, here we have the main attraction at the House of Masks. This is what we refer to as the wall, and that is because it is the wall. This is the main wall. This is the biggest mask display that we have here at the House of Masks, and I don't see anything changing that in the future. However, as I mentioned earlier, there are not going to be a whole lot of new updates for this wall. What I can tell you is that we are absolutely out of room with the wall already, which means that there are going to have to be some new additions added, and the first addition is definitely going to be a shelf that butts right up against the top of this metal wall and runs all the way across with all the rest of these guys. And that means that my Corys are going to finally have more room. As you can see, my Cory collection butts right up against my Oddball collection. So by adding another shelf above this, we can take all the Oddballs away, take all my Corys and continue them down this row, and then put the Oddballs on the highest shelf, since technically those are probably the least important masks in my Slipknot collection. And then, who knows, maybe we'll even have room for some of these weirder sections, like this weird nostalgia clown line. None of these are actually Slipknot masks. They were just really close replicas, or masks that almost seemed like the Sean Crahan West German clown. And they hold a special place in mine and a lot of other collectors' hearts, because back in the day, this is what you could find on the internet. We weren't finding these vintage clowns, and we didn't have master mask replica makers in the hobby that were just absolutely killing it and nailing it with awesome replicas. We had these guys. So these are very special. However, they just kind of found a spot right here and are just tossed up here, and I don't really like that. Not to mention that they don't really fit in with the other stuff. As you can see, we've got Mike masks, we've got Chris masks, we got Joey masks, and then we have all these random clowns. Now, unfortunately, there's only so much that adding yet another shelf to this wall is going to do. I still think that there is going to have to be some rearranging in the near future. A great example of this is the fact that we have just absolutely outgrown our gym collection and the space that we had for it. Obviously, we have started stacking masks behind masks. I'm not a super huge fan of that. I just don't like the way that it displays. There's nothing technically wrong with it. I just don't like the way that it looks. So to make more sense out of this collection and a few others, we are definitely going to have to figure out some sort of rearranging. It's just really, really tough to do. It's really tough to plan all that out and see exactly how you're supposed to fit everything in there. That's what she said. But it is inevitable, especially when you're adding so many pieces to the collection all the time. So, with all of that out of the way, as you can see behind me, we are starting to bump right on into Buckethead Land, which means that we have reached the end of the Slipknot collection. Or at least the Slipknot collection that is on the wall. Don't worry, there's more. Now, recently, and some of you guys may have seen this project on the channel, we built a nice display directly in the middle of the room. I wanted a pretty decent-sized island-like display that I could properly house and show off a lot of my stage-used stuff, whether it be stage-used masks or stage-used instruments or anything in between. The main idea behind this display was that I didn't want to be limited in size. I wanted something that I could properly display glass cases on and not have to worry about room. Glass cases do take up a lot of room, and they make quite a bit of difference whether you're displaying just a mannequin head or a mannequin head in a glass box. And obviously, instruments are no joke when it comes to size either, so I wanted something big and hefty and that could support and display all of these things with no problems whatsoever. I tried to get your mom in here, but she was busy, so we built a display instead. Now, I did do an entire video that was solely dedicated to that build, but I honestly can't remember if I had started adding stuff to it at the end of that video and kind of showing you guys how it was going to work, or if we just showed off the finished product. But regardless, we've definitely made some changes to it since that video, so I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys around one more time, let you guys check out that display and see everything as it's coming along. I'll probably explain to you what I see for this piece in the future, and that is going to do it for this video. So let's go ahead and turn you guys around and show this thing off. Alright guys, so here we have it. Obviously, still unfinished. I do not have the skirts around this yet. I do plan to get some fabric and staple it up there and just kind of dress this thing up and make it look a lot nicer than these exposed studs. But this is the general idea. Nothing up here is in a permanent place. This is just how I have it displayed for right now. And as we walk around, I will start to explain exactly what's going to change, starting with the fact that we have a full-blown model train layout on this table right now. This is not staying. I just received this track somewhat recently, and I wanted to test it out and make sure that it works, and it does, which means that the House of Masks will have a train all the way around it at some point in the future, and this is our starting point. Now, we are here at some of the masks. We've got both of my stage-used SID masks right here. I would like to keep these together. I like the displays that I've created for them, and I think that they look nice. However, if this is their permanent place or not, I don't know yet. But these are a good indicator as to what I'm going for. I like these displays. I like having the masks in there, along with a couple photos of the masks in use. And down here, I even have another photo of the mask in a magazine being used. And if room ever permits it, I have a poster, a giant poster, by the way, of that exact image back there of Sid using this visor. So who knows? I don't know. It's all up to room, it's all up to money, and only the future will tell exactly what we're going to do. One thing is for sure, I would really like to have stage-used masks all the way around this one day, and not just random masks. These are a little more special pieces. Obviously, this is a super, super nice replica of a mask that you don't see every day. Here we've got a Rudell West G. You don't see those every day either. They're getting very rare and very sought after, etc. Those are going to line this bottom section. And again, we will have a skirt up that kind of hides these exposed studs. But we will keep going around here. And who knows, maybe this side will end up becoming another aisle of the Guar collection one day. This is obviously becoming very, very overgrown, and I would like to have a proper display for those as well. But for right now, I'm just kind of dressing it up and seeing how I like it with all of the Slipknot stuff. As we move down, we've got my studio-used Jim Root Stratocaster here. I don't know if this is going to stay right here. I don't know if we're going to flip it around. One thing is for sure, it is a nice stage-used, and by stage-used, I mean studio-used instrument, so I definitely think that it fits up here. As you can see, we've got more of the trains. Yes, it's pretty serious. And then we work our way right back down here to my two stage-used clowns. Again, I don't know if this is a permanent spot, but I like them together right here. And this is just a nice way for me to kind of visualize what it's going to look like in the future. So I'll hold you guys up here. You can kind of see what it looks like in the middle of the room there as we work our way back. And honestly, it's a pretty cool thing. This is a great way to utilize some of this open space here in the middle and kind of tie everything together. So I'm super stoked with how it came out, and I definitely can't wait to see it more finished and more full. That is for sure. Now there's one more area that I need to show you guys before we leave, and that will do it. So let's head over there right now. It is this corner directly to the right, which I guess is your guys' left right now, but it's the right when you first walk into the mask room, and that is this clusterfuck, which we specifically built a new shelf for so it wouldn't be a clusterfuck. But look, it's just turned into a catch-all. We've got my mini monster line over here, Monsters of Rock, whatever you want to call it. We've got some masks to hand out at PaleFest. We've got my giant head, which is mostly the problem here. We didn't have a place to put this, so we stuck it right here, and then this whole thing kind of went to shambles. But up here, we still have a pretty nice display. We've got a bunch of random bands. We got West Borland, we got a Mushroom Head piece, we got a Ghost piece, more Mushroom Head, ICP, Necrogoblicon, fucking Mudvayne. We've got all the stuff over there. And yeah, this has just kind of turned into a little shit show of a corner. I love everything over here. However, it is hard to display a lot of this stuff. These busts are huge. They are actually up for sale right now. This one is for sale. Best offer, hit me up. This one I am currently running a raffle on. I think it's $100 a spot, and we still need to fill quite a few more spots, but I haven't really advertised it too well. So go join the hangout if you guys want to see that. $100 a spot, that's like a $2,500 piece right there. So for $100, you could leave with a nice $2,500 piece that's one of one. But that is a subject matter for a different video. The main thing that I wanted to get across over here is that this is a clusterfuck and it is far from finished, and I promise by PaleFest it'll look a lot nicer. I do plan to revamp this entire area and get it taken care of, but there are a lot of Slipknot masks over here, so I had to include it. As you can see, we've just got a shitload of random Slipknot masks back there. But yeah, it'll all be cleaned up, and this entire place will look beautiful for you guys to come see in person at PaleFest with Jay Weinberg and Sid Wilson of Slipknot. We will see you guys there. Alright, so there you have it. The full Slipknot mask collection update video for 2023. I highly doubt that there is going to be another full Slipknot mask collection video update for this year. I think that this is probably it until 2024. However, never say never. Things could always change. There are definitely going to be some new additions in the near future. There are definitely going to be some new additions to the displays in the near future. And who knows, maybe there are some surprises along the lines. I'm sure that there are going to be some crazy things going down at PaleFest that will definitely affect the Slipknot collection. Who knows? I don't know. Fingers crossed. Regardless, that is what you get for today. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I do genuinely hope to see you at PaleFest. This is going to be groundbreaking. There has never been anything that's happened like this before, not even PaleFest last year. It's just not comparable. So, October 13th through the 15th, palefest.net. Go get your tickets, and yeah, I'm out of here. So, thank you guys again for watching. And until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to PaleFest. And we will see you guys in the next one.